Oh, it was good on a Wednesday to be heading down to Hertfordshire to have a walk and talk with Nick May from Practicality Brown Habitats. Thanks for showing me around, Nick. It's
no
brilliant.
worries. Thank you very much. Cheers for coming down. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been too long, but
yeah, well, we was up in the office, wasn't it?
We had a chat at Ivor, but it's great to get out on site and see a live project that you've been working on this summer. Why don't you tell us a bit more about it?
Yeah, sure. So this is a very small riffle. So there's going to be a whole bank regrade going in here, but we've put some gravel in. We've already seen a trout in here. And a good sized trout, which is surprising because there's a weir just down by that house over there.
And we're on the river.
We're on the River Ash
in Hertfordshire.
So we're working for the Herts and Middlesex Wildlife Trust, who it's been a very long project for them. They started the designs for this during COVID, right at the start of COVID. So it's been a very long process. The work is all funded by DEFRA and their Species Recovery Fund. It's a big yay for government funding. Obviously that needs to continue if we're going to carry on doing and fighting a good fight. So the designs were done back in 2000, 2001 by Five Rivers, and then there's 7 reaches of the ash that they've looked to restore, and these are the last 3.
So you're doing reach 1 to 3?
No, we're doing reaches 1, 3 and 4. 1,
3 and 4.
So obviously reach 1 is all done.
Yeah.
That was completed about 3 weeks ago. So this is sort of the back end of reach 3, and then we'll walk down and I'll show you through reaches 4, down to reach 4.
And just so we get our bearings, we're upstream from Broxbourne and in the sort of Ware Broxbourne area.
Yep.
And I think there's a number of catchments that meet at Broxbourne, and so it's hydraulically and for biodiversity, it's a really important area, being so close to London on such a unique geology, right?
It is. Obviously, it is a chalk stream.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are about 300 of those in the entire world.
Yeah.
The UK has pretty much all of them, like 95% of them. And historically, they have been brutalised. I think it's probably the only word you can use.
Yeah, neglected in the extreme.
Neglected in the, dredged for gravels, dredged to keep, to make them deeper, to get the water off the land.
Yeah.
There's land drains. They've been straightened. All of the bad stuff that we don't want to see, on a river. Riparian zones have been, used for farming, as you can see along here.
Yeah, of course.
But it gives you an idea as to how steep these banks are and how much. Yeah, this is not how a chalk stream is meant to be.
Yeah, we must be 3 metres above, 3.5 metres above that flow at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. Well, let's keep walking, shall we, and see what we can see.
So obviously you've got the remainder part of the gravel which will go into this riffle when we've done the regrade.
Yeah.
You've got some tree stumps. You can see, our sister department at tree clearance have been very kindly lent us Greg and tree shears and root rakes, and having that ability to do everything. Normally, historically, in my past, it would all done by hand.
Yeah.
And maybe we'd have an excavator obviously doing the digging, but now it's just cut, lift, move, drop, put it back in the river at another point.
And having the right equipment for the right task just makes the project so much more effective in a shorter period of time. I'm just going to have a look at this because this is...
Yeah. So this is the part that we're not actually touching. Obviously, watch out for the Himalayan balsam.
Yeah, but that's fantastic. What a beautiful little river.
Well, the river's beautiful. It's just got lots of invasives on it.
Yeah.
Which obviously then raises questions about, how do you manage those? So as part of this contract, we're not permissioned to manage Himalayan balsam.
And there's a big stand of...
And there is a whole big stand of it there.
Big stand of Himalayan balsam clogging the
river, clogging the banks.
Yeah. Overtaking natives.
Yeah. So in terms of what we've been doing is purely just avoiding the areas where we can with some of the works. But obviously we have the full check, clean, dry methodology in position when we're when we take the machines off site,
Right.
to try and avoid the spread where possible.
So biosecurity is really important for a habitat contractor working in various catchments.
Yes, yeah, it's yeah, what you don't. I mean, the problem is, it's like Japanese knotweed. There isn't a river in the UK that doesn't have it on. Whether you're in Scotland or, you know, the south coast, there is. It's everywhere. Yeah. God bless the Victorians. Didn't they do us a wonderful time? But it is what it is. So you end up having to work around
to manage it.
Yeah. I mean, interestingly, the trust have just started they just run a couple of trials using rust, which is basically the predator for it. So that's really good to see, and they've had some really good results on that, and they've just started releasing that now a bit wider across their holdings. So hopefully, you know, we can start and then that can be rolled out across the rest of the country, because it shows it can work in the UK.
Well, that's what we need. Just looking away from the river channel, we can see piles of overburden and spoil. What's this part of the job, please?
So this is excavated material. As we walk down further into Reach 4, you'll see a number of excavations, including the one behind me and the one to my right. So you've got it split out. So you've got topsoil and subsoils split.
Yeah.
The subsoils will be really regraded back into the landscape, and then the topsoil covered and then hydroseeded. So
it's all part of the design.
Wow. So this is a regrade and stroke cattle drinker. Hence the reason why normally on our regrades we don't put gravel down here, but because the landowner wanted somewhere where the cattle could get in and access the river, but whilst protecting the bank somewhat, we've stoned it up, and then we've also put a little bit of gravel in the river to create this little riffle.
Do you know what? That's it's so nice to see.
Yeah, and you can see what the river was: dirty, filthy, quite deep.
Yeah.
And this is what a chalk stream should more or less be like.
Yeah, you want a clean bed, a good flow velocity, nice clarity. I mean, perfect habitat for spawning fish and for fry fish at the tail end of the pool. Yeah,
and you've got all the invertebrates that we use it in the macrophytes and the bryophytes and all of the good stuff that we use it. But as I said, unfortunately, you can see the contrasting difference between a silty, deep thing full of plant life as opposed to. Some people think that looks really nice, but the thing is, they don't quite understand the geomorphology and the morphology of how a river, especially a chalk stream, could be. So that's what we've got.
That's what practicality brown habitats are all about, is that basic understanding and underpinning knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, this is a backwater. This is a fish refuge, basically, when times of the rivers are in spate. This originally was on that side of the river. Okay,
so it just joins in that bend.
Yeah. But the landowner was kind of obviously this was designed sort of 5 years ago and all that sort of stuff, and then they decided that actually they didn't want it on that side to lose farming land. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So we took the original designs,